My name is Wesley Love, and this is my speech about agriculture. So, forestry is my topic. It's about trees and cutting them down. Forestry is the science of crafting, creating, or managing, using, conserving, and restoring forests and other resources to meet desired goals, needs, and values. Forestry is practiced in plantations and natural stands. The science of forestry has elements that belong to the biological, physical, social, political, and managerial sciences stated by Bing. Forestry is the study and science of the forest and cutting down trees for science research and industrial reasons. Forest provides jobs such as equipment operator, field technician, heavy-duty mechanic, data collector, and many more jobs mean more families are provided with employment. Logging first started in 1794 in Vermont. The first shipment of wood was to Quebec by Stephen Mallet. Before railroads were ever invented, logs were sent over the Champlain River. They were gathered over winter waterways and were bunched together by rafts. Civil War logging was the most profitable because clear cutting was doubled because wood was needed to build railroads that go through the woods. On top of that, farmers could get a cord of wood and then sell it for $2.50 to $5. Later on, loggers found it was easier to send logs via railroad, which in turn increased the need for wood logs. The, quote, vast areas of our nation's forests and grasslands are in need of treatment to restore healthy, resilient, fire-adapted ecosystems. More than 60% of our national forest system is in need of treatments that include the use of fire. Across many of these degraded landscapes, fuel buildups have created explosive conditions made worse by the effects of climate change, such as drought and insect epidemics. Fires are starting to get bigger than ever before, with more extreme fire behavior. Large catastrophic fires amount for 1 to 2% of total fires, but result in 30% more expenditures. These fires are not going away. To restore healthy, resilient, fire-adapted ecosystems, we need to get more fire on the land, not less. If we don't, then our fires are only going to get bigger, more explosive, and more dangerous to homes and our communities. This was stated by the future wildland urban interface challenges ahead of us. U.S. Forest Service by Tom Tidwell. This is basically addressing the issue of forest fires. This says that they will ignite controlled fires to burn fuel buildup before it gets worse. Then it ignites when it is more than it would have been. Controlled fires are a way to create a fire in a controlled area, quote unquote. The fire will only burn the targeted area. What happens if what happen what what happens is, if not treated over time, dry leaves, dry trees, and twigs will compile, and and a stray firework hits the pile, or lightning strikes that natural bonfire will go up in flames. Another way these fires happen is, while not very common, spontaneous combustion. This occasionally happens in eucalyptus trees because the heat can cause the sap inside the tree to expand and seep through the cracks of the tree. The sap releases flammable fumes in a similar manner to petrol, but in a lesser extent, of course, which in turn will ignite, and then there's fire. There's fire. Forestry could mean anything from cutting down trees to treating wildfires. All in all, forestry can provide employment, and in some cases offers scholarships to college. So if you're really interested in the field of forestry, you could go to school and get a job in your interest.